Hey everyone, how are you doing today? I'm doing well myself, and I have some good news. For those of you that didn't see a post that I put up, I don't know, I want to say probably around 2 weeks ago, I am a new grandma again. I have a new grandson named Silas Paul. And he came into the world, he was kind of a big baby, 8'13". And I'm really excited about it. Here's a couple pictures. So he's a cutie, and one really awesome thing about him is he actually seems to like me. That probably sounds funny, doesn't it? But he's the only one of the grandchildren that as a newborn, really seemed to quiet down when he was fussy or crying or whatever when I held him. And they always prefer mom and dad more, obviously. But with Silas now, every time I get him, he'll quiet down when I start talking to him. And he turns his head and he's looking for me, and it's so adorable. And his mom says it's like, well, he probably recognizes your voice from when I was pregnant. And I said, well, maybe, but I don't know. But it's just adorable. Don't you just love newborns? The smell of them, and just, oh, Paul and I loved babies. Anyhow, so that's going on. The other thing, I was gonna do this outside on the balcony, but it's so hot, you guys. So bloody hot, and it's been like this for days, and I think we're going at this Friday. It'll probably be 2 weeks, maybe even before that, of like 90 degrees with high humidity, and it's just terrible. I don't know how you Southerners do it. I sent some kind of message to my son down in Texas, and he just was laughing at me, and because now he's acclimated. That heat down there doesn't seem to bother him the way it did when he first moved down there. But yeah, I was trying to figure out how I could compare this, So the only thing that I kind of came up with is if in the South, the Southern people had to deal with like 0 degrees for a few weeks in a row. Now, I'm sure you'd get through it, but you wouldn't enjoy it. I mean, we don't enjoy it up here, but we're far more used to it. It'd be a really big shock to you guys, and something to endure to get through, and you'd be saying, oh, when is this going to be over? Well, that's what we're doing up here. When is this going to be over? And I looked at the weather forecast, an hour or so ago, and yeah, this is supposed to go till not this Friday, but next Friday, at least. Oh, so I am so grateful that I have air conditioning, and I definitely pray for people who have to live in high temperatures and don't have air conditioning. I don't know how they do it. It's terrible. And I turned off the fan, otherwise you guys may not hear me, but we have a couple of pretty high-powered fans going along with the air, and I do keep the air on the lowest setting. So it's not like a refrigerator in here, but it's dry. That's one of the main things, is that humid air is just so thick and heavy. So I love that the air conditioner will dry the air out, and that's my biggest concern. And yeah, it helps that it lowers the temperature too. But I did a couple of things, like in February or March. I know it was before the whole COVID thing started. I bought one of those little swamp coolers. Now I know you can make your own, because I made one myself a few years back, but that was a little bigger than something I really needed. And I'm like, I'm gonna try this out, you know, and see how well this works. And because I remember last year it was very hot in my bedroom, especially at night. And I kind of solved that by, I bought room darkening curtains, and wow, what a difference that makes. And it's, yeah, because the light will wake you up early in the morning, but I specifically bought them to try and keep the sun out because I know it heats up my room, and for that purpose they have worked wonderfully. They have darkened the room, of course, too. There's just little cracks on the side where sun still comes through, but that's okay with me because I only have 2 panels, but they're really wide panels. I got them on Amazon. I really like them. If you guys need, I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to look into it, if you need them for anything. And I found they're good kind of with noise too. So anyways, that's really helped keep the bedroom a lot cooler. But I still tried out the little swamp cooler thing. Now, this definitely is not something that'll cool your whole room, but it does shoot some really nice cold air directly at me when I'm in bed, because I put on the nightstand. So that's really good. And yeah, basically I've been wearing my gardening sun hat a lot because I always thought, you know, like hats kept heat in, and they do somewhat, I suppose, but the sun hats just, if it keeps the sun from not beating down on you, it does really help, you know, to keep you a little bit cooler when you have to be outside. And there's been a few times when I had to, like with the gardening and stuff, and I was just, I was glad I had it. So yeah, that's that. And then I just wanted to mention that this coming weekend, the kids and I, well, not all of them, but some of the kids and I are going up to the cabin. There's a bunch of things we want to do, and I'm going to make sure to take a bunch of footage. I know it's been a long time since I shared anything about the cabin, but yeah, as much as I can, I'll show you, you know, basically what's going on up there. So anyhow, that's pretty much what's been going on around here. I'd like to know, if you're from the south, or even if you're not, and you get these hot, sticky summers, because right now the Midwest is in, you know, a pretty significant heat wave. But actually, I think a good chunk of the country, you know, so East Coast too and everything. So it doesn't really matter where you're from. If you have some good hints on staying cool in the summer. I know when I used to clean houses years ago, most of the clients, when they left, they wouldn't turn the air on, and it got pretty hot. So we would take rags and run them under cold water and stick them in the freezer for about 5-10 minutes, and then we'd pull them out and we'd hang them around our necks. That really helped a lot. And then you know, just running cold water over your hands and your wrists, that felt really good too. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to mention. I started a new exercise thing. I'm always starting something new with that, aren't I? But this one looks really, really good. It's called Body Groove. I kept seeing ads for them on Facebook and Instagram. And I really liked it because it's dancing. And I used to love to dance, you know, in my younger years. And it just seems more like fun as opposed to working out. But yeah, you know, I gotta watch my joints and stuff like that. So I started reading all the comments. And there were quite a few women that had already begun doing the program, because you can get DVDs or you can do it live streaming. That's what it is, streaming. So quite a few said that they do really like it because you can modify. Like she'll just show you one or two moves. They're very basic, and then you modify them how you're able to do them. So like if you're kicking a leg up, like a knee up or something, if you can only go a short distance, then only go a short distance, you know, stuff like that. They show people, some of them are sitting in a chair doing stuff, you know, whereas other ones are really, wow, they're out there. And then you got your middle ground people. So I'm like, that looks really good. Oh, and each little exercise routine thingy is only around 5 minutes. So depending on how much time you have or how good you feel, you can do 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you want. So yeah, I just started it a couple days ago, so I can't give like a full review or anything, but I'm already really liking it. It's nice. It's really fun. I'll put a link to that too in the description box if you guys want to check it out. But anyhow, yep, that's what's going on around here. Leave your comments. Let's share some tips on how to stay cool. I hope you guys are all healthy. You know, gotta stay healthy. Gotta watch yourself. Keep that distance. We gotta do it. You know, I mean, it's better than being sick, you know. Being sick is horrible. Being sick in the summer when it's hot is even worse. So anyhow, take care, you guys. It was nice talking to you. I'll see you soon.